to an author short with Breakfield and Burkey, and we're talking about Enigma Tracer that's coming out at the end of March. And I want to dive in a little bit more to your characters. You had mentioned when we were talking earlier about the art group wanting to retire and kind of their kids taking over. So tell us a little bit more in depth of the characters and kind of what we can expect to see in Enigma Tracer or read.
Okay, so the art group and the CATS team, the Cyber Assassin Technology Services Group, basically they had some very powerful folks that were running it, and they decided it's time to vacate the premises, to do the Elvis routine and leave the building. And they put in the two most senior people they had on the family, Gracie and Juan Jr. Juan Jr. goes by JJ. So it's a shorthand for their conversation. Gracie and JJ are twins, and equally, I guess, schooled in the art of cyber defense, cyber attack, and how to be able to survive in the digital universe and help others. That's their mantra. And so a lot of what we wanted to do is to explore the characters. And frankly, Gracie's got a very outgoing, dynamic, interesting personality. JJ too, but we kind of focused a little bit more on the ladies, their ability to be able to say, I'm as good, and I'm in charge for the duration. So Gracie gets a phone call, an email from her old college buddy saying, "Help! I need help. I've got a bad guy that I need to help bring down, and I know that you people, I'm not quite sure what you do, but I know that you help in the cyber world. Tell me how we can get you guys engaged." And so the story kind of revolves around, these powerful women, and the males are taking a very supportive role. They're making sure that they get all of the details right. They help lend muscle where they're supposed to, except that they forget that Gracie was trained in martial arts since she was knee high to a grasshopper. So she even brags at one point that JJ, you're treating me incorrectly, and I can whoop up on you if I need to. So knock it off. And so he backs down, and we have that give and take that exercise throughout the whole book between the women and the male support, which is we think a very compelling story, not disparaging like some stories like, oh yeah, you're female, you can't do this. No, we have very powerful females in this book, but they work well with their support role.
So what you're saying is Gracie's a badass, is what you're saying. Like, that's what I'm getting, is she's a badass and you don't want to mess with her.
He can kick butt with the best of them. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
It's a little shorter than I was going to state it, but it does capture the essence of yeah.
See, I love it. So what made you guys want to go in the direction of kind of letting the women take the front and center seat and kind of have more of a supportive role, especially like with her twin brother, JJ? What was that, not necessarily the decision process like, but what made you want to go in that direction with your characters instead of, because most of them are strong male leads and all of that. And so what made you want to kind of flip this script?
Well,
to be honest, we kind of wanted to appeal to more of the younger generation of young adults. I mean, women today, you can be empowered. You can do things the right way without being considered snooty, or I got to be sexual, or I got to be some way. They can just be appreciated for their talents of mind and their capabilities and what they know and how they work through problems. And so that, of course, is the other element, is how they each work through whatever the problems. And because they're twins, they're very good at bouncing things off of one another as far as directions go. Twins have a very, very close, identity that people who are not twins often don't possess. And so we wanted to explore that, and we wanted to, watch them grow. watch them evolve from, young adults on and see where they want to take the world, because technology is changing too fast. And you could not have any book from Breakfield and Burkey without having technology in it.
That's pretty much the case, yeah.
I love it. And technology it changes all the time. It's hard for me to keep up, right? And I'm a millennial, and it's definitely becoming more and more difficult to keep up with all the changes and stuff. But I love how you really touched on, it's more like intellect, and how the problem solving and everything, that's really the captivating, or what's sexy, instead of being, like a halftime performance, like half naked, getting up there and shaking it. And here it's more about like intellect in your mind and the way that you problem solve and being smart and stuff. That can be attractive, and you can definitely be a badass in a sense, and so I love that, because it really is kind of flipping the script from what you would expect to see in a techno thriller that has action and adventure and just so much like butt kicking. It's wonderful. So I appreciate that in such an amazing sense. And I love that you kind of wanted to flip it and appeal to, the younger generation, because they are very much like that. I mean, I am one that is just, we are just amazing people. So I love it. Women can be badass too. So I love it.
What we noticed, and just so you know, Juan and Gracie have grown up in these books from book 4 all the way up to book 12 and into the Enigma Tracer series. And there are intuitions and subtleties to each one of them that are different, complementary, and very. They sometimes complain that the other one is reading their mind, but at the same time, they give that freshness perspective that you can't get, except that somebody that knows from their point of view, here's what the answer could be or should be. And so it's a lot like Rox and I bouncing ideas back and forth, trying to get to the point where then we make the story better. Where's the character polishing? And it's that's very much the scenario that we wanted to try and capture with this book. We'll have set the stage for. Here's an intelligent, smart lady who is capable of being every bit as good as the one that she succeeded, Otto, and their teams, and her parents. There's nothing better on the planet than to be able to have the student excel beyond the teacher's teaching.
What was fascinating in this particular story is, for those that didn't read the series, and you don't have to read the series to like Gracie and JJ, but their parents were Juan and Julie. And Juan and Julie were constantly commented on by reviewers, and people really, really liked them. And having the twins grow up was because, they just were a very odd couple that hit it off and lasts forever and had this amazing set of twins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they're relatable, right? Because like me and my husband are complete opposites, right? I mean, he's a first generation Indian, and then there's me. And so we're the weird couple that have 2 crazy girls. So I can definitely relate in that sense. And so I think that's what made them so beloved, is the fact that you could relate to them. And now you want to see where Gracie and JJ go. And so this is kind of the extension, the part of that. So do you guys see yourself in Gracie and JJ, and that part of that is kind of comes out in the writing, or what kind of drove you into this direction with them?
I guess there's probably a small part of us and just about most of the characters, except for the really ugly ones, that we whack. I mean, those are something that no, that's that guy Patrick in book 9. Ooh, gee.
But we kill off those people,
Yeah. So, but the story is about building a dynasty for you want your progeny to be able to carry forward. You want to know that here's kids that have grown up, they've been taught, and now we're going to turn the mantle over to you, the reins of the control, because we want to see how you do it. We want to see you do something better than what we were capable of, or continue to do what we have done. And that's really kind of that's the writing challenge for us, to be able to get characters that have that much sparkle. They don't look like the same old stuff that we did back, X number of books ago. And a lot of that is the characters say, here, write me this way. They actually talk to us to be able to say, this is how I would react in this scenario.
See, I love that. I hear that all the time from authors, that their characters kind of talk to them, and what you as the author had planned for them is not what they have planned for themselves. And so you end up taking them whatever direction they want to go. They're really like children, stubborn children. So I understand 100%, but I always love talking to you guys. And I know we have more of this conversation coming up, but you guys, Enigma Tracer is available for pre-order right now. The Kindle is 99 cents. The link is down below in the description, but make sure you go over there. It will be released at the end of March. So until then, everybody, bye for now.